I'm David Marcus at The Deal with my colleague Tatiana Kulkarni. Tatiana, we're seeing a lot of consolidation in the trucking and logistics sector. Why?
Yes, we are, and there are a number of reasons. Number one is a lot of the markets that the trucking and logistic companies depend on, such as construction, housing, energy, are kind of picking up. So sort of to feed into this demand, there are more deals happening. Secondly, a lot of trucking and logistic companies want to expand their routes, and the best way to do that is through M&A opportunity. And thirdly, which is kind of an overlooked factor, but equally important, is the need for drivers. You know, a lot of these trucking logistic companies would rather have a stable pool of drivers rather than going through the fuss of, looking for them at the right time and leasing them out. So that is another reason why there's a lot of buying M&A going on in that space.
And are we going to see this activity continue for months and perhaps even years?
Yeah, it seems so. I mean, for the reasons I mentioned prior, this doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, and there are a number of smaller trucking companies who are looking to be acquired. So it seems like there'll be much more deal activity in the future.
And who are going to be the primary consolidators here?
Yeah, the primary consolidators would be the larger trucking companies. We're seeing, for example, XPO Logistics, the CEO, Brad Jacobs, has said repeatedly that he's looking for targets and will pursue acquisitions aggressively in the next year or two. He actually received $700 million in financing and capital from capital investors to pursue these acquisitions. Just yesterday, Transforce, which is another large player, reiterated its interest in acquiring Contrans, which is a Canadian rival. So plenty of these strategics, larger trucking companies are looking to acquire.
And do people in the industry see a handful of companies as particularly attractive targets here?
Well, there are a lot of smaller companies, mom and pop, sort of say, who, 50 million, even less in revenues, who are looking to be acquired. So it's mutual. It's not just the bigger guys looking for targets, but even these smaller companies, just to gain, a stronger shelter, are looking to be acquired. The Midwest in particular is, they have a lot of these smaller companies in the Midwest. There's Atlanta, there's Kansas City, and they're just waiting to be picked up.
Tatiana, thank you. For The Deal, I'm David Marcus.